Hey everyone, our lesson today is on mixed numbers, part 1, adding mixed numbers with like denominators and no regrouping. Mixed numbers are when we have a whole number, for example in this case 2 and 5/8 is called a mixed number. The 2 is a whole number and the 5/8 would be our fraction. And you can see the green circles up here represent our 2 and 5/8. We have our 1, 2 wholes. And then this last one here is shaded green is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of a total of 5, 6, 7, 8. That's our 5/8. This is a mixed number on the right side, 1 and 2/8. Our whole number in this case is the yellow. There's our one whole. And we have 1, 2/8 is our fraction here. And no regrouping means that we will not be doing some extra steps that are required when we add fractions that get more than 1. Okay, well our steps are pretty easy. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite it so I can work with it in a little bit better organization. So 2, 5/8. I'm going to stack these plus 1 and 2/8. And we're going to start by adding our fractions. I'm going to show this similar like we would to place value when we add whole numbers. This side here would be our fractions. I want you to think of it that way, that sometimes when we add fractions, we may get more than one and have a few extra steps where we have to, I'm going to call it regrouping, where we'll have to regroup into our whole numbers. And over on the left side, we have our whole numbers. So our first step is to add our fractions. Well, I see that we have eighths and eighths. So that stays the same. And 5 plus 2 is 7/8. And then we go to our whole numbers. 2 plus 1 would be 3. So our answer for 2 and 5/8 plus 1 and 2/8 would be 3 and 7/8. And I could show that with our models as well. If you look at our wholes, we have 1, 2, 3, our combined green and yellow. And then we were to take these two and add them over to our 5/8, that would give us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shaded, which is our 7/8. Adding mixed numbers, there's really two steps. We add our fractions, and then we add our whole numbers. Here we have 5 and 2/10 plus 4 and 6/10. The 5 and 2/10 are up here on the top, and our 4 and 6/10 on these circles would be this bottom row. So our first step is going to be to organize our work and rewrite. So 5 and 2/10 and plus 4 and 6/10. I'm going to start with our fractions. We're dealing with tenths, so that stays the same on the bottom, and 2 plus 6 would be 8. And 5, if you use a pin dot strategy, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our answer would be 9 and 8/10. We could also show it up here in the model that our wholes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's our 9. Then when we combine these two, if I were to take these two shaded ones and put them over here by shading in 2 more on this model, we now would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are shaded, which is our 8/10 here. So that's how we would arrive at 9 and 8/10. Let's try one more, this time without the model. So our steps are to add the fractions and then add our whole numbers. And I'm going to rewrite it here. plus 9 to 6. Add our fractions first. 3 plus 2 would be 5 on our numerator, and then the 6 stays the same on our denominator. And using our pin dots, 9, 10, 11, 12. So our answer would be 12 and 5, 6. So nice, easy lesson today. In review, our lesson today is adding mixed numbers with like denominators and no regrouping. We said that mixed numbers are a combination of a whole number and a fraction, and that we said our steps are to add your fractions first and then your whole numbers. It would be a good idea if you need to watch Fractions Part 4 on mixed numbers and Fractions Part 6 on adding fractions with like denominators. That might be helpful as well. All right, thanks everybody.